in an All-American, a guy we've wanted on the show for a very long time, Michael Bluth, BYU indoor track and field on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline via Zoom. Michael, what has taken so long for you to finally join the show? To what do we owe the honor of having you on the show today?
I don't know. I'm happy to be here. How are you guys?
We're good. I've said I've wanted you on the show for a long time because we're Arrested Development fans. You're a good athlete. You have the name right. So we've got to ask you, are you an Arrested Development fan?
So truth be told, I've actually only seen maybe 15 minutes.
Oh! I'm going to personally connect you with I'll talk to compliance, make sure it's cool, to get you access to this because it's awesome. But okay, so do people quote the show to you? Do they make references that you're like, I just don't get it?
All the time. They'll ask me, there's always money in the banana stand. Just like other quotes or things. One time I was on running a track meet, and Flow Track was doing the broadcast, and the announcer of it was like, oh, Michael Bluth, there's always money in the banana stand. And he goes on for the whole lap I'm running. He's like, check this out. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is wild.
Oh, okay, would you rather just have a name that no one connects with in any way? Or do you like having this? Or maybe you hate it?
Well, I think actually, because my name's not like Job or any of the weird ones, because Michael's the known one, I think I'm actually like okay with it. Like, yes. If I was any other name, because I've heard he's like the normal one. So I'm glad.
It's Will Arnett, and he's a magician, and he's hilarious. Yeah, I'm telling you, gotta watch it, dude. It's awesome. You gotta watch it. It's funny. Yeah.
Don't call him Job with a G. His name is Michael Bluth. He's with us on BYU Sports Nation. Seriously, congratulations on being named an indoor distance medley relay All-American. When you receive an award like that, what goes through your mind?
So I actually found out from my other teammate, Colton Yardley. He sent me the text, hey, we're All-Americans. I was like, wow, exciting, but like we didn't get to run. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's a little bittersweet, I guess, because I felt like I earned it, but I didn't actually get to run to earn it in that sense. So we were there at the meet when, like, all right, pack your bags, everyone's going home, meet's canceled. And so we just went home. It was kind of a bitter experience.
Yeah, anticlimactic for sure. Had you run the race, did you feel like you were going to win a national championship?
I thought we had a good chance. We have an incredible miler, Taylor Franco, who he just ran sub-4 this year, and he's an incredible athlete. And all we needed to do was get him in a good position to be able to perform, which he can do. He's a baller, straight up clutch. And who knows? I don't know if there was any clear. I think we could have been up in the running. I don't know to what extent, if anyone else was a favorite or not, but we definitely had a good shot at it.
Walk us through that scene, because I believe it was Albuquerque. Is that where the NCAA championships were? Yeah. So you guys are there, and I think it gets shut down, the day before the championships begin, right? Can you recall kind of emotionally what that was like and what happened?
So we flew down on Wednesday, and then Thursday morning we actually went out and played. We packed some golf clubs up, and we were golfing out in the morning of Thursday. And Isaac Wood, our director of ops, he's just getting inundated with all of these messages of like, oh, because a whole bunch of conference tournaments were going on that weekend, and canceled. And then that night, Thursday night, actually this is Wednesday night, it was when Rudy Gobert, he had coronavirus. He tested positive for COVID-19. And then that's when things just started going wild. We went to the store to get some food, and people are hiking out with toilet paper, and just there's the whole grocery store is just getting scavenged, and we're just like, oh my goodness. And then Thursday we were at the meet. We went to do like a warm up, just a prep before the day of the meet, and they come on over the intercom like, all right, meet's canceled. Pack your bags, get going. And it was pretty sad for a lot of individuals who were there, seniors who were coming up to kind of like perform. And there were some individuals who, you know who they are, Tyler Dave from NAU and others, that it was pretty sad for them. You could tell that this was an opportunity to perform, and we were right there, and it didn't get to happen. So
unreal. They announced it officially over the loudspeaker.
Yeah, well, so we kind of received it through like Isaac from, I think he got it from our athletic director, either Tom or Liz, and he kind of told us, and then we went in just to like be there, and then they announced over like, hey, if you haven't heard, we're canceled, so sorry. And fortunately I have one more year to be able to perform, but for a lot of people this was their last shot to do something.
Yeah, that's really hard. And we've chronicled, at least for the outdoor season, there's extra eligibility as a spring sport, but the winter sport of indoor. And let's talk about that. You were the MPSF champ in the 400, I think, right? You're on the DMR. Let's talk about your career and where you've thrived and where you think you're going.
All right, what would you like to know? I mean, I'm a 400 meter runner. I actually, for the DMR, I had to step up and go a pay grade higher, I guess. I ran the 800 meter leg for the DMR, which is way too much to ask for a 400 meter runner, in my opinion. I run 2 laps. So a 200 meter track is once, twice. And then when I had to run the DMR, it was 4 laps and I lost count. It's not that many, but I'm like 1, 2, all right, was that the second or third? And like, when do I kick? And like, I'm just holding on for dear life. And then I have to like, try to get the stick to Tatum for the last part. And I'm just like, this is way too many. And so I eventually got it to him in a good spot, and he was able to win. But yeah, that's so far what I've been doing. And this next year I'll be sticking to the 4. I'll help out on the 8 if I need to, but we'll see what happens.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. It's not as easy as you think, right?
We need Ed Eyestone to coach his athletes up on how many laps they're supposed to run.
Well,
man.
He's a 400 guy doing 800. I mean, come on.
Michael Bluth with us on BYU Sports Nation. What is your life like right now with no outdoor season, and what's your typical day like training?
So school obviously was an interesting piece to go through because we're all online, and I would actually go to the Tanner because there's better Wi-Fi connection, and I'd be there and I'd go through some of my classes and finish up. But once school got out, like I was faced with that dilemma of not having anything until June because I have an internship in June, and so I offered up for 2 more classes during spring, and then our coach sends out workouts that we don't have to do; they're just completely voluntary, and I get together with some of the other guys, and we just do workouts at the Provo High School, where that one's open because none of the other facilities are open, and we try and do some of these funnies because I don't have any. We do a lot of lifting and weights, and I don't have access to some of those, and so we're doing some funny, weird like jumps and squats while we're out there, and people are looking at us kind of weird, but that's how it goes as of right now. So.
Michael, it's great to talk with you, man. Finally have you on the show.
Tell your dad hi for me. He was one of my seminary teachers in high school. He's awesome. Yeah.
So
cool,
you bet. Congratulations again on the All-American Award. Sanitize the batons, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you.
Michael Bluth on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, you know why, we show how.